Have you ever walked into a room and felt the sudden shift in energy, as if everyone's attention zeroed in on you? Or have you noticed the way some people seem to treat you with either reverence or a strange sense of discomfort? The truth is, there are signs, subtle but undeniable, that reveal your unique power, the kind that radiates abundance and prosperity, almost like a magnet drawing others to you. But here's the kicker: some will admire you for it, while others will feel threatened, and not everyone will understand why. Being different isn't just about standing out, it's about aligning with a higher energy that others can't help but notice. And it's not always as flattering as it seems. Your confidence, your spiritual balance, your sense of inner peace can trigger mixed reactions in people, from awe to envy. Some may even try to mimic your actions, while others may become uncomfortable in your presence. What's going on? Why are you the center of such attention, whether you like it or not? In this video, we're diving deep into the 8 shocking signs that people notice when you're walking your own spiritual path, aligned with abundance and wealth. Some of these signs might seem unsettling, but they're all part of the journey. And if you've been feeling like something's a little off, don't worry, you're not imagining things. People do sense your difference, and it's time to embrace it. Ready to uncover the signs that show you're more than just ordinary? Let's explore what these reactions mean and how to harness your unique energy to thrive. Trust me, you'll want to stay until the end, as we'll reveal some surprising insights that could change how you see yourself and the world around you. Ever notice someone giving you the cold shoulder for no clear reason? Yeah, it happens more often than you'd think. But here's the deal, it's not about you, it's about them. Your presence reminds them of what they're missing, whether it's confidence, success, or inner peace. Imagine walking into a room radiating abundance and prosperity. Naturally, those struggling with their own insecurities might feel uneasy. It's like holding up a mirror they didn't ask for. Take a real-life example. A rising entrepreneur attends a networking event and feels a strange tension from others. No words exchanged, just distant glances and stiff body language. Why? Their energy of ambition and wealth makes others question their own progress. It's not personal, it's spiritual. Buddha taught that our external world reflects our internal state. So when your energy exudes success and spiritual growth, it can trigger unresolved doubts in others. And sometimes this dislike comes out of nowhere. No harsh words, no wrong moves, just vibes. Ever had a coworker who seemed irritated just by your presence? It's because your aura, rooted in prosperity and spirituality, subconsciously highlights their own limitations. This happens even when you're not flaunting your achievements. Your energy speaks louder than words, naturally drawing attention and occasionally unwanted envy. Think of celebrities or thought leaders like Elon Musk or Oprah Winfrey. Their success stories inspire millions, yet they also face harsh criticism from people who've never met them. Why? Their wealth and influence remind others of their own unfulfilled goals. It's human nature to project inner frustrations outward. So when people dislike you without reason, it's often because your presence disrupts their comfort zone, nudging them to confront their insecurities. Here's a practical tip. Don't dim your light to make others comfortable. Instead, practice compassion. If someone reacts negatively to your energy, remember they're on their own journey. Just like Buddha emphasized compassion and understanding, approach these moments with empathy. After all, their reaction isn't a reflection of your worth, it's a reflection of their internal struggles. This unexplainable dislike is a sign of your spiritual evolution. It means your energy is powerful enough to impact others, whether they admit it or not. And let's be honest, standing out can feel lonely at times. But here's the twist. This discomfort signals that you're on the right path toward abundance and wealth. You're breaking free from limiting beliefs that hold most people back. And speaking of standing out, have you ever caught someone staring at you like they're trying to figure you out? It's not just curiosity, it's the next sign that your presence is impossible to ignore. Ever caught someone staring at you like they're trying to solve a puzzle? Yeah, it's not just in your head. When you carry an aura of abundance and spirituality, people notice, even if they can't explain why. Your energy stands out, like a beacon of prosperity in a world full of doubt. It's like walking into a crowded cafe and feeling eyes follow you, not because of what you wear, but because of the energy you radiate. Think about those moments when strangers glance at you and quickly look away. It's as if they sense something different, something powerful. Buddha taught that inner peace and spiritual growth create a presence that's both calming and captivating. People sense this without knowing why. It's like standing next to someone who just exudes success. You can't help but notice. This energy, rooted in wealth and spirituality, naturally draws attention, whether you're aware of it or not. Take a real-world example. Imagine a successful entrepreneur walking into a room. They don't need to announce their achievements. Their presence speaks for itself. People stare because they feel that energy, even if they can't pinpoint what makes them different. It's the same with you. Your energy reflects the prosperity you're attracting, and that magnetic pull makes it hard for people to look away. Some stare out of admiration, others out of curiosity, and a few out of envy. And here's the kicker, this attention isn't always comfortable. Ever felt awkward when someone's gaze lingers too long? It's because your energy challenges their perception of what's possible. Your presence silently asks, "What's holding you back?" And that question can be unsettling. But instead of feeling self-conscious, see it as confirmation that your spiritual and financial growth is visible to the world. Want a practical tip? Next time you notice someone staring, meet their gaze with confidence. Don't shy away. Own your presence. This simple act reinforces your self-assurance and signals that you're aligned with abundance and wealth. It's a subtle yet powerful way to embrace the energy you've cultivated. Remember, Buddha's wisdom teaches us that our outer world reflects our inner state. So if people can't help but notice you, it's because your inner prosperity is shining through. Of course, not everyone knows how to process this energy. Some may feel drawn to imitate you, hoping to capture a bit of that same success and spirituality. And that's where things get even more interesting. Ever notice someone copying your style, speech, or ideas? It's not just flattery. It's a sign that your presence influences those around you. When you embody prosperity and spirituality, others naturally want a piece of that energy. Think of it like being a trendsetter without even trying. People see your success and inner peace, and they subconsciously believe that mimicking your actions might lead them to the same results. Take a moment to reflect. Has a coworker ever adopted your work habits after seeing your achievements? Maybe a friend started meditating or exploring Buddhism after hearing about your spiritual practices. It's human nature. People imitate what they admire. Even Buddha's teachings spread because others witnessed the peace and wisdom he radiated. In your case, your unique combination of wealth and spirituality makes you a living example of what's possible. This imitation isn't always obvious. Sometimes it's subtle, like someone mirroring your way of speaking or adopting your mindset toward money and success. Other times it's more direct. Maybe someone starts dressing like you or pursuing similar goals. While it might feel strange, remember this. Imitation is often the first step toward transformation. By seeing your results, others believe they can achieve the same level of abundance and prosperity. Of course, it's not always about admiration. Some people copy you because they're searching for their own identity. They sense the confidence and clarity that comes from aligning with your spiritual path, and they hope to find the same for themselves. Think of a musician whose style influences countless artists. They may not get credit for every trend they start, but their impact is undeniable. Likewise, your energy influences people, even when they don't acknowledge it. But here's the catch. Imitation doesn't always lead to the same results. Why? Because your success isn't just about what you do. It's about who you are. Your mindset, beliefs, and spiritual alignment create a unique energy that others can't replicate. They might copy your actions, But without the inner foundation of abundance and spirituality, the results won't be the same. It's like trying to bake a cake without the right ingredients. It might look similar, but the taste won't match. So what should you do when people imitate you? Instead of feeling annoyed or threatened, see it as a sign that you're on the right path. Your success is visible, and others want to follow in your footsteps. Embrace this role as a quiet leader, knowing that your actions inspire those around you, even if they don't say it out loud. And remember, not everyone who imitates you will understand the depth of your journey. Some might become curious, leading them to ask unexpected questions as they try to uncover the secret behind your success. Ever had someone ask you a question so random it caught you off guard? It's not as strange as it seems. When people sense your unique energy, rooted in prosperity, spirituality, and a mindset aligned with abundance, they can't help but wonder what sets you apart. It's like they know there's something different about you, but can't quite put their finger on it. Their curiosity shows up in unexpected ways, from oddly specific questions to puzzled looks when they try to figure you out. Imagine a colleague asking how you stay so calm under pressure, or why success seems to follow you. They're not just curious, they're searching for the secret behind your energy. It's like seeing someone with wealth and inner peace, and thinking, how do they do it? Even Buddha's followers asked countless questions, driven by the desire to understand the path to enlightenment. In your case, people sense that same alignment and want to know how you've achieved it. This curiosity often shows up in everyday conversations. A friend might casually ask why you started practicing Buddhism or how meditation helps you stay focused. Someone else might question why you approach money differently, like viewing wealth as a tool for growth rather than a source of stress. These questions may seem random, but they reveal people's desire to understand the mindset that fuels your prosperity and success. Sometimes their confusion comes from what they can't see. They notice your achievements, but don't realize that your spiritual foundation plays a key role. It's like seeing a tree's branches without knowing how deep the roots go. This disconnect creates curiosity. They sense there's more to your success than luck or hard work, but they can't quite figure out what it is. And their questions, no matter how random, are attempts to uncover that hidden ingredient. Of course, curiosity isn't always expressed in words. Sometimes it shows up as lingering glances, double takes, or the occasional awkward pause in conversation. People might hesitate to ask directly, unsure how to put their thoughts into words, but their curiosity is still there, simmering beneath the surface. It's the reason they notice the little things, like your confidence, calm demeanor, or the way opportunities seem to come your way. This curiosity isn't a bad thing. In fact, it's a sign that your presence challenges people to rethink their assumptions about success, wealth, and spirituality. By simply being yourself, you plant seeds of curiosity that may one day lead others to explore their own paths toward abundance. And as their curiosity grows, some may start asking for more than just answers. They might begin seeking your guidance, hoping to learn from the wisdom that sets you apart. Have you ever noticed people stumbling over their words, fidgeting with their hands, or avoiding eye contact when talking to you? It's not that they dislike you, it's actually a sign of how strong your presence is. When you radiate abundance, prosperity, and spiritual confidence, others can feel that energy. This heightened awareness can make some people nervous, even if they don't consciously understand why. It's like being in the presence of someone who's achieved something profound, and suddenly you feel a little out of place. When we talk about nervousness, it's not just about someone being shy, it's about how your energy shifts the dynamics of a room. People can sense your clarity and peace, qualities that might highlight their own doubts and uncertainties. Take Buddha, for example. When he sat in meditation, people were drawn to his calmness and wisdom. But that same stillness can make others feel uneasy because they aren't sure how to match it or live up to it. Your very presence can make them reflect on their own lack of peace or self-assurance. Think about it. You walk into a room, and suddenly the conversation goes quiet. People might adjust their posture, check their phone, or even fidget. It's a natural reaction. Your sense of groundedness makes them confront their own insecurities. The stronger your connection to your spirituality and wealth mindset, the more others will feel that shift. They're not uncomfortable with you. They're simply feeling the contrast between their energy and yours. This nervousness can also be a result of your ability to focus and direct your attention. When people see that you're genuinely present in the moment, listening and calm, they can feel overwhelmed by the intensity of your focus. It's like when you're fully engaged in a conversation and the other person starts to feel self-conscious because they're not sure how to keep up. This sense of being in the moment can make some people nervous, especially if they haven't mastered their own ability to center themselves. And it doesn't stop there. When you're someone who draws abundance and prosperity, people might start to question their own achievements. They wonder, how do they stay so centered and successful? This self-reflection can lead to anxiety. They feel like they're falling short of what they perceive as your effortless mastery over wealth and life. They may not admit it, but it can make them uneasy, even jealous at times. The beauty of all this, though, is that your energy can serve as an invitation. You're not making people nervous to put them down, but to encourage growth. They might be nervous, but they're also intrigued. And through your guidance, whether it's direct or through your actions, they can find their way to their own peace, abundance, and success. The more they feel your energy, the more they're likely to seek out the wisdom that empowers you. It's interesting how people will often seek your approval or validation. It's as if your perspective holds a special weight. This isn't about ego. It's about the fact that your thoughts and insights seem to carry a deeper meaning for others. You're not just a regular person. Your spiritual journey, connection to abundance, and wisdom emanate a kind of calm confidence that others want to align themselves with. It's almost magnetic, the way your actions, words, and demeanor make people want to know, am I on the right path? In our everyday lives, we all have moments where we doubt our decisions. Seeking validation isn't inherently bad, but it can show just how much influence you have. When someone turns to you for advice or approval, it speaks to the level of trust they place in your judgment. They want to know they're doing things right. After all, who doesn't want to feel that their choices are aligning with the greater flow of prosperity and spiritual growth? Consider how often you might be approached with questions or requests for your opinion, from colleagues asking about a new career move, to friends wondering about their personal relationships. People see you as someone who has the answers. Why? It's because your life, your energy, and your understanding of the world are rooted in a foundation of spiritual clarity and financial wisdom. Your presence radiates the energy of someone who has figured it out and is a source of inspiration for those around you. At times, this constant seeking of validation can feel overwhelming, especially when everyone wants a piece of your wisdom. But here's the thing: the more you embody abundance, wealth, and a deep spiritual connection, the more people will want to tap into that energy. Your growth, mindset, and actions align with what they aspire to achieve. They might not fully understand the path you've walked, but they see your results. And those results are proof enough that you know what you're talking about. Sometimes the validation isn't just about getting an answer. People are searching for reassurance that they're on the right track, particularly when it comes to big decisions. They want someone who has a larger perspective to help them see their choices through a different lens. This is where your influence becomes profound. You've cultivated a life built on the values of abundance and prosperity, and now people seek to align their own lives with that same energy. In reality, this constant need for validation is a reflection of how you've created a space of trust around you. It's not about you being perfect, it's about being a safe, steady guide for others. Your ability to stay calm, focused, and aligned with your spiritual principles gives people confidence. So while it might seem like a burden at times, it's actually an affirmation of your influence. They trust you, and that's a powerful thing to embrace. As you continue your journey, remember that people will always seek out guidance from those who have attained the peace and success they desire. You have become that beacon of light, the person they turn to. Embrace this responsibility knowing that your influence can help them find their own path to success and inner peace. It's curious how some individuals seem to fixate on your failures rather than celebrating your success. This obsession with your setbacks can feel frustrating, especially when you're doing everything right to align with abundance and prosperity. But when others focus more on your mistakes than your victories, it's not a reflection of your worth, it's a reflection of their insecurities. They need to find something that levels the playing field and distracts from your success. Everyone has setbacks, failures, and moments where things don't go as planned. It's part of life, and it's a natural aspect of growth. But for some, these moments are amplified in their minds as they try to convince themselves that your success wasn't earned or is somehow unimportant. They may whisper about how you stumbled, undermining your achievements to protect their own sense of self. But you see, this isn't about you at all. It's about their own internal struggle and fear of being left behind. It's hard to see this behavior as anything but an attack on your character. But in reality, it's just a distraction. When you're on the path of abundance and spiritual awakening, others might fixate on your failures because it gives them a false sense of relief. They can't imagine reaching the heights you've attained, so instead, they focus on the moments where things didn't go perfectly to diminish your power and influence. It's their way of convincing themselves that success is unattainable or that you're somehow not as special as your achievements suggest. Take a step back and observe this with clarity. When someone obsesses over your failures, it reveals their fears, not yours. They're worried that if you can succeed despite your setbacks, it means their own path may be full of struggles and challenges they're unprepared to face. In Buddhism, we recognize that failure is simply part of the journey, an opportunity for growth, learning, and realigning with the flow of prosperity. It's the attachment to outcomes that causes suffering, not the failures themselves. Don't let these external perceptions disrupt your peace. Instead, continue to focus on your growth and abundance. People who are obsessed with your setbacks are just trying to avoid looking inward at their own challenges. Their discomfort is a projection of their own limitations, not a reflection of your abilities. Stay grounded in your spiritual practices and wealth-building mindset, and don't let anyone's obsession with your failures distract you from your true path. At times, you may even feel tempted to defend yourself or explain away your failures, but know that your true strength lies in how you rise after those moments. You don't need to justify your journey to anyone. You've learned the art of transforming setbacks into stepping stones, and that's something that will continue to elevate you toward greater prosperity. The truth is that no one who is focused on your failures can truly understand the depth of your spiritual journey or the success you've cultivated. Let them fixate, but continue to soar. Your growth, wealth, and peaceful energy will speak louder than any of their distractions. There's a certain magnetism to your energy that others can't ignore, and more often than not, people find themselves coming to you for advice. It's not just about your knowledge or expertise, it's about the way you carry yourself. Your energy is aligned with abundance and prosperity, and people can sense it. They know that your words carry weight, and your wisdom can light the way when they're lost or uncertain. In Buddhism, we're taught that true wisdom isn't just found in books or teachings, but in the energy you emanate. Your inner peace, groundedness, and understanding of the world are magnetic. When people come to you for guidance, it's a sign that they see something in you that they don't have or don't understand yet. They're seeking a piece of your clarity, a touch of your serenity. You'll notice that the requests for guidance come at the most unexpected moments. Someone might approach you in a coffee shop, a coworker might pull you aside, or even a stranger could ask for your opinion on something deeply personal. And though it might feel overwhelming at times, take it as a sign of the value you bring to others. Your perspective offers them a glimpse into a world of potential they can't yet see, a world where they too can attain the wealth, success, and abundance you've cultivated. It's easy to dismiss these requests, thinking, "I'm not qualified to give advice," or "Who am I to guide others?" But that's a trap. You've walked the path, and your experiences have given you the wisdom to help others. Think of your own mentors or guides. the ones who didn't hesitate to share their knowledge because they saw the potential in you. Now, you're in that position for someone else. Your advice doesn't have to be perfect or all-encompassing. It simply needs to come from a place of love, experience, and truth. Sometimes the guidance you give will seem small to you, but will mean the world to someone else. A simple suggestion or piece of wisdom could be the key they need to unlock a new phase of abundance in their life. Even if it's just one sentence or one shift in perspective, your words have the power to guide them toward their own prosperity. It's also important to remember that when people come to you for advice, they're not just looking for answers, they're looking for reassurance. Your strength, wisdom, and confidence provide them with the validation they need to take bold steps toward their own goals. They're seeking someone who believes in them, just as you've learned to believe in yourself. So, when these requests come your way, embrace them. They're not a burden, but a reminder of how much impact you have on those around you. Your guidance is a gift, and each time you share it, you're helping others step into their own power, aligning with prosperity and success in their own unique way. When you walk into a room, you can feel the energy shift. Some people light up, their faces filled with admiration, respect, or even awe. Others, however, may look at you with a more critical eye. They might seem distant, aloof, or even envious. It's a natural response to someone who carries a unique energy, one that exudes prosperity, confidence, and a sense of inner peace. People react to your presence in ways that are sometimes hard to understand, but it's part of what comes with being the chosen one. The truth is, your presence has the power to make others reflect on their own lives. When you're aligned with abundance and inner peace, it can highlight areas in others' lives where they feel lack or insecurity. Some might admire you for the wealth, success, and wisdom you carry. They see what's possible for them if they follow a similar path. Others, however, might feel threatened by your energy, as it serves as a mirror to their own self-doubts and unmet potential. That's why reactions can vary so drastically. In Buddhism, we talk about how everything is a reflection of our inner state. When others react to you, it's a reflection of where they are in their journey. If they're in a place of spiritual alignment and self-acceptance, they'll be drawn to your presence, feeling inspired and motivated. But if they're struggling with their own insecurities, they may react with jealousy, resentment, or even passive-aggressive behavior. This is their own inner turbulence being reflected back at them. Take a moment to think about how you felt around certain individuals. When you're around someone who is aligned with their purpose and abundance, you're likely inspired to be better, to step into your own power. But when you're around someone who is unsure of themselves or fearful of their potential, it can trigger discomfort or defensiveness. The same principle applies to you, whether you notice it or not. The mixed reactions you receive are not a reflection of who you are, but of where others are in their spiritual journey. Some will admire you, some will challenge you, and others may try to dim your light because it shines so brightly. But remember, these reactions are not about you, they're about them. Your path of prosperity, wealth, and spiritual alignment is yours to walk, and how others react is merely a result of their own internal battles. One thing you'll notice is that as you continue to grow in your wisdom and energy, the mixed reactions become easier to navigate. You learn not to take things personally. You understand that jealousy, admiration, and even disdain are all part of the human experience, and you don't need to engage with them. You stay grounded in your truth, in your purpose, and in the abundance you've cultivated, knowing that your energy will continue to inspire those who are ready to receive it. So, how do you deal with the mixed reactions? You continue to walk your path with grace and compassion. You acknowledge that your journey is uniquely yours and that others' reactions are part of their own journey. You don't need validation from others to feel worthy, and you certainly don't need to allow negative reactions to diminish your shine. By staying true to yourself and embracing your own spirituality, you create space for those who are ready to join you on the path to abundance.